Talkin' Sex Live is recorded in front of a live audience. This show is for mature listeners only. Hello, this is Talkin' Sex Live with Chet and Diane.
I am Chet.
And I'm Diane.
And we are not in the parlor tonight because it's 128 degrees outside. It is molten lava in Los Angeles right now. It is a hellscape on Earth. And our parlor's actually not ventilated. It's a little older. And
so you might die in there.
Yeah, so we decided to do this instead of a sexy parlor. We did it in our comfy living room. So we are joined by the gang. Our producer tonight is Bev. How you doing tonight, Bev?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
You look great. You sound great.
Thank you.
Man, oh man. So it's summer. So that means your kids are home from school?
College?
Yes, from college. They are both home. Got a full nest again.
Oh no.
Yeah, loving it.
Wow, well, that's all probably got out here, just like finally get some peace and quiet, because all the ragers, because the kids are always partying, right? But for those who are listening right now on the podcast, we are streaming live to Twitch and to also Kick. Welcome all the Kick viewers out there. We're also recording for YouTube. And also, so if you hear anything in the background, any kind of whizzing or whirling, that's just because...
Or a meow.
Meow, maybe, just because we have a lot of pussies in the house. You might... it's because we're in our living room, our comfy living room, and not in our sexy parlors.
I think they got that.
Yeah, we are in our living room.
Don't have to over-explain where we are.
I know, well, I mansplain a lot. That's who I am. So, anyway, we are also joined by our awesome guest specialist. Sorry, you were the producer last week, but now you're our guest specialist. Hello, Dick.
Colby.
How you doing?
Hello. I got many talents to show off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you look very esteemed in that chair right there.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, very. Yeah. I feel like you're just going to pull out one of those books and start reading it right now. Our mishapped books that are all over the place. But anyways, Diane loves to read, by the way. So
book a week.
Book a week.
Wow.
Yeah, she likes to read.
That's a lot of books.
She is the reader, and I am not the reader. I just am the doer. But
And the reader.
yeah, the doer. But
Superhero name.
so also we are just a couple who's had a lot of sex. We didn't do this intro on the beginning here. We aren't any type of training.
We are unlicensed sex therapists.
That's right. We're unlicensed, so we're going to take some callers today and whatnot. But before we take any callers, we're going to do a fun little thing that we like to call sex news. Oh, that's not the right one, but whatever. I hit the graphic sound effect there. So, and then Bev is like, "What are you doing with my soundboard? Stop touching that." And that's the comfort of being in the comfy living room, is that we're all close together.
I like that Bev suddenly
watching.
turned into a chain-smoking alcoholic.
What are you doing with my buttons?
Give me my
Those
tonic.
are my buttons.
Stop touching on my buttons. So it's the newest TikTok craze. It's called Vapping, and will it help my sex life or my dating life? So Vapping, if you haven't heard of this, it is a woman will go ahead and somehow harness her vaginal fluids, and then she will go ahead and put them on her somehow. Yeah, like we have this graphic where this woman has a bottle of perfume that has a vulva on the outside of it, and she's spraying it. I highly doubt she made eau de la vulva, but so I guess the whole concept is the pheromones from your vaginal secretions will go ahead and make the other person horny, but there's some debate of whether or not that is an actual possible thing. So the article...
Will this help my job interviews or something?
Maybe. It'll help you get you some actual people interested in you for the job.
Would it help my job interviews?
Yep.
Should I rub myself in vaginal fluid?
I don't know.
How would that work?
Yeah, I don't think that
You
would
don't know
work.
how that would work. I
how-
would just dab it.
I know how that...
Oh, maybe a vaporizer.
Yeah.
A vagirizer.
A vagirizer.
Yeah, is it a tube that goes right into your vagina and you just start spraying?
I don't know how you're supposed... I mean, I've been around vaginas. I don't have one, but I'm sure you could just, if you're horny, you could just get some fluid off and then start. I mean, I don't feel like it keeps. You can't just.
Probably mix it with rose water or something.
Rose water? Yeah, that's an idea. Make it smell better.
So stick a tampon up there, take it out.
Oh yeah.
And then dip it in rose
water. Dip it in it, and then you can actually make something to spray. So,
just spitballing here.
They say smell is important to human interaction. The scientific literature is not so, with pheromones, is very complex. They're saying that there's a thing called animals have a thing called a VNO, and people also have it, but we've evolved so much that it doesn't really help us out anymore. So centuries of evolution has made our VNO not function so well. So when we smell these pheromones, it doesn't really have the same effect as it does on animals, but that is just one actual scientist.
Oh, what if you rub yourself in vaginal fluid and then apply for a job at a zoo?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You might get some primates going crazy and whatnot, or some
red foxes.
Yeah, or red foxes, or some silver foxes in your case. Is that right? Yeah. So
they like the gays. They like the vaginal fluids.
The silver foxes. They like gays and vaginal fluids. I don't know why that would be, but yeah. I don't know, is this something you would do, Bev? Would you put on, if you going out on a date with your husband, would you want to put some of your own vaginal secretion on you?
Well, I feel like I might have been unintentionally vabbing since the 80s because, things have gotten a little different now that I'm older. But when I was younger, there was just a lot. I had a lot. And so I feel like it was always everywhere.
Oh wow!
So, might have been why my husband was so attracted to me.
Well, yeah. And that I'm sure that sex was great if you were always lubricated down there.
Yeah.
And so, there's several step process that I have to go through to make Diane incredibly horny.
Or just watch The Witcher.
Or just watch The Witcher. Yeah, that's right. The Witcher is actually. Streaming the new season, and every time we watch it, I have super hot sex with Diane. She is a big Henry Cavill fan, and also there's there's several attractive women on The Witcher, and we end up having a ton of sex.
Several attractive women. So it's, which her do you like?
Which her would you like?
Which her?
Yeah,
I'll see myself out.
Doors over there.
Have you tried Outlander? That's another good one.
We did, but then at the end of the first season, the Outlander gets raped by a man half his size.
And that was a little...
Yeah, I was like, no, he cannot get raped. He could break this guy's neck with his hand. It doesn't make any sense.
But he does it for his wife. But he does it to save her.
He could kill him and then just walk out. There's like a back door. Like, why did he have to...
It seemed like he could overpower the guy at any moment.
What was that?
He used the other back door.
Yeah, there you go. But he was just like, it wasn't just being raped, like, he made love to me. Like, I don't know. That was the end of that. I mean,
I'll try season 2.
Yeah, well, no, that's what we tried the second season, and it was just like way out there and weird. I don't know.
I'll try the third season by myself.
We're like the we like Lord of the Rings and whatnot, and superhero stuff, and yeah.
The books are much better than the series.
Oh, Outlander. Oh,
yeah.
It seems like it should have ended a while ago, but it just keeps going, and it's just like, is it gonna be like present day, and they're just like 300 years old? Like,
it would not surprise me.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna move on to our next sex news. This is Goblin dating. So this is a fad where if you are going out on a date, you don't exactly dress to impress. You kind of go in goblin mode, as it's called. This is a scene from Man Seeking
Goblin
Woman.
on that picture wearing a nice dress.
Well, yeah, that's Gorbachaka. This is from the first episode with Jay Broussard there. But this is one of my favorite shows of all time. And we're speaking of TV shows, is Man Seeking Woman. But anyways, I felt this was a good picture of for Goblin Mode Dating. So this was actually Oxford Word of the Year for 2022 is Goblin Mode. So this is when you go out into a date and you just half-ass it, basically. You don't try to get all
No showering?
doctored up. I don't know what the actual...
Don't brush your teeth?
Maybe just be yourself. I think the whole point is to be yourself and not try to be somebody that you're not. And I always think that's the right way to go, because if you try to portray yourself as somebody who
So if
you're
you
not,
are like, I really want to just fuck you, then
I wouldn't agree on that, because
most guys are just gonna...
that's being themselves.
Yeah.
Well, we got to train.
What are your odds of your pecker getting wet then?
My pecker? Well, my... Oh, I get it. If your dick gets wet. Sorry, I thought you were saying like you did this, which with your finger, what's like an erection? Like, Diane, guys' dicks don't get wet when they get erections. They can if you have some pre-cum in there, but anyways.
Do I need to draw you a diagram?
Yes, yeah. Put it inside of a vagina, then it will get wet. Yeah. So if you go into a date and you just say, "Hey, I want to have sex with you," it's gonna be a big no. But so I wouldn't recommend doing that. But I do.
Well, then you're not really being honest, are you?
No, there's a difference. There's a difference.
There's a difference.
Yeah. Because the notion is be yourself. If yourself is I don't care about the other person, I'm not there to date, I'm there to have sex, then that's going to go the way that is.
Yeah.
But if you were there to meet a person and potentially date them and potentially, have a relationship with them, and sex would be included, you're going to have more on your mind than pure sex. And so it is, don't put on a pretense. It's not, I'm not going to brush my teeth unless you only brush your teeth to impress people. That's the thing.
Yeah, you should be brushing your teeth twice a day regardless. So
that is true.
It's good oral hygiene, and it affects your whole body hygiene.
Right. It's don't put on the suit that you never wear.
Yeah.
Put on the clothes you always wear.
There you go. And I always have thought
And I hope that those clothes are a suit.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
I mean, you're Barney Fifing it. Not Barney Fife, sorry. Barney from How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, I thought you meant the Flintstones.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do.
Yeah. Barney Fife is from Andy Griffith's show.
Yes. When you corrected yourself, he's like, no, not that Barney.
Fife.
Barney
from
Rubble.
the Flintstones.
Yeah.
Just wear a huge onesie and let your cock fly free in the
Barney.
wind. That one.
I don't remember that in this series.
Flintstones?
Dick out.
No, it's not. His dick's not out, but he's just wearing a giant muumuu. All the guys wear huge muumuus, while the girls wear actually tight-fitting dresses.
What was the 70s cop comedy show? Wasn't that Barney something?
Barney Fife?
No. That was
like
from
a
the 60s.
buddy cop show?
It was a show, just, Al, not going to remember. Maybe one of our viewers can remember. It was a 70s show, and it was a bunch of cops, and Abe Vigoda was in it. He wasn't the star, but he was in it. Yeah. Oh, God, it's going to kill me now that I can't remember.
That's not the one with the lollipop, is it?
That's Kojak.
That's Kojak. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyways, Goblin Dating, Goblin Mode. I would recommend being yourself, but, act like you want to impress the person. I don't know.
But the thing about dating is everybody's on their best behavior. If a guy has anger problems, you're not going to see that until years into the relationship sometimes.
Oh,
and you're
really?
going to be like,
Years.
oh, shit.
Yeah.
Too late now, kinda.
I don't know. I feel like if you look close enough, people kind of show you who they are on the first date. Even if they don't tell you who they are.
Or if you're just playing a complete different person part. Or yeah.
I think the notion, though, like, if it's like, because the article's talking about just coming in your pajamas or whatever. Like, no. Like, first of all, don't do that to anybody. Just don't, like, okay, if you do that, then I know I don't want to date you, right? I want you to look nice and smell and like put some effort, because that is also a true part of your personality, which is you want to look nice. And I think if a person goes, nah, I don't ever want to look nice.
Yeah.
That's a turnoff.
So there is a thing with I've been on some dates with women that were just like they didn't know like who I was, and they wanted to not get me super turned on, so they would come in like super casual. They wouldn't get all super dressed up. They weren't super like eager to advance this. They were like, all right, I'm gonna date. Let's just show
Yeah,
up.
it was just a date.
Yeah, and now I'm married to Diane. So anyways, but we'll move on to our next topic here. So our last one is, this actually got approved on Thursday. It is a FDA approved drug that is over-the-counter oral contraceptive. So it approves the first non-prescription daily oral contraceptive. So it's called Opal, an O-pill, not Opal, but O-pill. It's our Nargestrel. It's a tablet for non-prescription use to prevent pregnancy. And it was approved. So that's great. If you don't want to go see a doctor to get birth control, you can go ahead and get just start taking the birth control right there. So it's a great advancement. We don't use birth control. Well, I mean, Diane doesn't use a or any type of drug birth control. We use condoms because that's
Lots and lots of
lots
condoms.
and lots of condoms. If you go into our bedroom, there's just you
At once?
can't. Oh yes,
You have
we
like
have
5 condoms at once. I'm not getting pregnant from you,
no,
Chet.
no. Well, there
I
is.
am not
One,
getting
two,
pregnant. If I get pregnant after this, we are having Superman will be our baby.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying that, like, we have gone through multiple condoms in one sex session. It just depends on where I'm putting my penis at. And it's like,
Hopefully in the condom.
yeah, put it in the condom, but then the condom goes in certain places and don't want to go ahead and mix those things. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Barney Miller, by the way. Barney Miller.
that's the name of the show?
Yes.
Oh,
But, so yeah, we use condoms, and then our bedroom's just riddled on the floor with different condom wrappers.
it's like a pinata.
Yeah, you can't walk through there without getting them stuck to your bottom of your feet. But anyways, that's just our choice.
We pick up after.
I'm going to buy you a
Just
broom for
being
Christmas.
There, a broom on carpet doesn't really work very well. But so there's millions of people who use actual
Birth control.
birth control pills or IUDs, copper IUDs, Depo-Provera, patches, all of the above. There's different situations for different people. It's all about how much of your hormones you wish to go ahead and regulate with some type of drug or prescription. So, Bev, do you and your husband use any type of birth control or
We just use condoms.
condoms?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got your
Yeah, I
two
did
kids.
not like oral contraceptives.
Oh, I was going to say, just I don't like oral. Don't like him
I
going
also
down
don't
on
like
you.
oral.
Okay.
So that is also
Yeah,
correct.
yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah. Well, I like receiving it.
Oh, okay. You don't like giving it. That's,
Yeah.
I like oral.
Join the club
Yeah.
there.
I had a friend whose father told him that, son, if anyone ever tries to sell you something and tells you it's the greatest thing in the world, they're lying, because head is.
Yeah, no, I agree. I love oral. I love giving and receiving. So Diane, I guess, I think she likes receiving more than giving. But anyways, the article's about contraceptives. So I've dated some women who swear by it. I've dated some women who are like, it's all about finding the right one, because there's some that can really mess with your hormones to a point where it's like, it's hard to be around that person when they are on it. But there's some contraceptives that give you no period for a long time, and for 6 months or something like that. So the Depo-Provera, some people, the IUD, a copper IUD, some people actually swear by it.
I know some girlfriends who really messed up their system by that.
By
Yeah.
IUD or copper IUD.
Yeah,
Yeah. Interesting.
Copper IUD. I didn't know there was a copper IUD.
It's just, I don't know the science behind it, but it's literally just a copper wire. Is there any actual drugs in it, Bev? Do you know of this?
I don't think so. I think it just works by being inside of your cervix and it preventing the actual lining from.
Surprised thieves don't come in and steal it.
Yeah, copper's really expensive right now.
Yeah, they're stealing
Yeah.
people's charging cables and their catalytic converters. And
Oh, that's platinum with the catalytic converter. But
what are they stealing out of, like, AC units? They're like stealing wiring out of, like,
yeah, or they just go into the old houses and they just rip all the copper piping out of their
yeah,
copper wiring.
yeah. So women, Protect
Your legs closed.
Get that chest.
I was going to say something terrible.
Yeah.
I couldn't even get it out of my mouth. I was going to say something terrible.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good that you didn't say anything there.
Okay.
But that's it for sex news. Bev, do we have a call coming in right now?
Yes, we do have one coming in. We have Christopher calling in from Arkansas.
Okay.
And his girlfriend complains that he is controlling, but he sees the issue differently.
Interesting. Okay, so.
Hello, you're talking Sex Live with Chet and Diane. I'm Diane.
And I am Chet. Is this Christopher?
Yes, hello. Thank you for taking my question.
Okay, yeah, you're very dapper sounding. So you're having a problem with your girlfriend. What's going on, Christopher?
Well, I have just put up a boundary of not having our friends over anymore to our place because I feel they are disrespecting my girlfriend in front of me, and she says that now I'm controlling her by not allowing them to come to our space.
Does she?
How are you saying that they disrespect her?
Well, they're all over her when we're there.
Sexually?
They're all over to her, putting their fannies on top of her, and I have put up, chairs everywhere, but yet they put their fannies on her, and it is quite hard for me to see.
American fanny or Australian fanny?
Like their butts. Fannies.
The hiney.
Okay. Those are very different.
ends.
Very different.
So what fanny were you thinking of there, Dick?
Well, fanny in Australia means vagina.
Oh, yeah, that would be. Well, I mean, it's all kind of right there.
Perhaps some vaginas also have been on her as well when they come over.
Are they clothed?
Yeah,
they
good
are
question
clothed,
there.
yes.
Clothed, okay.
But sometimes the clothing could be thin, and it just makes me uncomfortable.
Interesting. So are there?
Is your girlfriend attracted to these women?
Jolene does not harbor any desires for them, she told me, but it feels intrusive to have them up all over her herself, and then perhaps lounging on her, someone even laid out on top of her, and I said no more. They are not allowed here, and she said I am being like Jonah Hill and setting unreal boundaries, and that I knew when getting into a relationship with her that she was a very high-end model, and that I should just allow it.
So she doesn't have sex with them. They just come over and just have a sexy party, and they just kind of grind on your girlfriend, and that's it.
I don't see the problem.
I think that sounds awesome, man.
I did not agree to these boundaries at the onset of our relationship. When I purchased her from eBay, it was
you purchased who?
My girlfriend.
You bought your girlfriend off of eBay.
Yes, I did local pickup.
Okay. So wait. So hold on here.
Is she a human woman?
She is a woman to me, and she has taken on lifelike qualities, and I consider her a human woman.
So she's a robot, a sex doll.
She would never be considered a sex doll. She is a high-end sectional.
Like a sofa?
A
A sectional?
A sectional?
We're sitting on a sectional right now.
Spell sectional.
Yeah. Oh,
how dare you?
Sectional. Got it with a S-E-X.
Okay.
All right. So I'm just really confused. I don't know if this is a robot or if it's a sex doll.
Or a Russian
if it's,
mail order bride.
Yeah, mail order bride or a prostitute or a model or a
cowgirl.
couch.
I don't know Jolene any of these things. She is a high-end cashmere couch sectional, and she is my partner.
Okay.
And no, she does not leave the place. We have once in a blue moon, I will go to Home Depot and I will rent a large flatbed so we can go out together. perhaps to a drive-in theater. And even when I was there, a stranger tried to sit upon her. And these boundaries seem not that severe.
Okay.
Have you ever tried dating a woman?
Yeah.
I have found that I do not mesh well with human females.
Okay.
There is a condition. What is it called? Something philia.
Oh, all fetishes have a philia at the end of them.
No. But there's one where people are attracted to objects and not humans.
Oh, got it. Yeah, I thought you said you were going to just talk about actual
Yes, there's
couches.
a very good documentary about the whole subject. The woman who was in love with the Eiffel Tower, I found quite interesting. It does show her in the documentary making love with the Eiffel Tower. And yes, I do make love with Jolene. That is what happens. We do have sexual relations.
Do you put your penis between the couch cushions?
She has many different orifices.
Okay.
The cushions. There is zippers upon her. There is a place with Velcro.
That doesn't sound fun.
And also, she has cashmere.
Did Jolene come with a Scotchgard option?
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
There was an option for the Scotchgard, but I did not purchase it. And now,
Christopher.
you know, I am hitting myself now. But what past mistakes I do not hold myself to.
Wow. That must be a pretty amazing couch. Diane and I, we got this couch, and it felt really good in the store, but it's got these little, these little ridges on it that really drive me crazy. I regret getting this couch.
It does sound like Jolene.
She has these little braids on the edge of it?
She has, well, at the edge of some of her fabric, it is fraying, and it feels like it's like our relationship. Fraying at the seams.
I need to ask. Yeah, I need to ask something clarifying. You said early that her friends come over and sit on her.
Yeah,
She's
how
a
is that
high-end
possible?
Model. Who invites the friends over?
Well, they started as my mutual friends, and I like to throw game nights, and I did let my friends know, and at first they laughed and said, "Oh, you are playing a jape. Oh, you are just so silly." But we have not held a game night for 2 weeks, and Jolene has cried herself to sleep each night.
Wait, so do you sleep on Jolene, or does Jolene sleep in a bed with you?
We sleep together, I on top of her.
Got it.
Sometimes I will take one of her cushions up into the bed if I'm feeling frisky.
Interesting.
Now, I know my grandmother back in the day used to have like a specially made plastic cover for all of her couches. Have you ever thought about maybe getting something like that so that your friends aren't sitting directly on her?
Oh dear, sweet heavens above. I have not thought of this option. And I do have my grandmother on speed dial, so she did have those. I would feel uncomfortable not having my fanny upon Jolene, but perhaps I could cut a hole directly for myself when having game night.
Have you ever thought about talking to a real therapist? Because I feel like this is a little more than what we can give you.
This is a little much.
Like, we don't have
I see
Dr. Beck's
nothing
on right
wrong
now.
with what is happening in my life. I'm not ashamed. I'm out and proud, in love with an inanimate object, and we have a happy life together. But these boundaries, these tricky things.
Like other people sitting. Well, have you thought about? Here's a solution: just get other furniture. Buy a recliner, or buy just an ottoman that they can sit on. I know a sectional is a big couch; it takes up the whole room. But we have a sectional in here. Bev's sitting on one side.
It's nice.
We're sitting on one end. But then Dick, he's sitting in a chair next to the sectional.
It's because I'm gay.
Yeah, well, no. Sorry, it's not because
So I
you're
should not
gay.
allow
I thought-
homosexuals
No.
onto
No.
Jolene.
Doesn't, they
Jolene?
don't. You're right.
Okay.
You're right, man. Christopher, you got it.
So you could have other furniture. Dick, it's not because you're gay that you're sitting over there. It's just because it looks really nice for you.
To be by myself.
Well, it's more of there's no other spots on the actual
Giant sectional
sectional.
that takes up the entire room.
Yeah, pretty much. So if you look, I think here's my hand. There it is. So this is the chase, and it's you would be really uncomfortable on that doing a show because you would fall asleep.
Yeah, he's protecting me.
Yeah, because you would fall in love with our sectional, and I don't want you to be in love with our couch because then you
Wouldn't be gay anymore.
I don't know. What is it? Can you be gay? I guess I don't know. If you're in love with an object, is there any type of homosexuality or heterosexuality?
I don't see how there would be.
Yeah, I don't know Man, we need Wells in here to go ahead and look up some type of statistic on this thing, but Wells is off doing his own thing right now. But that's my suggestion is if your friends are coming over, you're getting jealous of people sitting on the couch, I would say find other furniture that you can kind of shove into your actual room and then have them sit on it. But I would also say...
Go see a therapist. Too.
Yep. And try just venturing out and finding a woman who maybe also likes furniture. I don't know, maybe some type of antique salesperson or, furniture gallery salesperson or furniture
my
maker.
grandmother does love furniture.
Yeah. Yeah, great. I mean, wait, so you're saying you want to date your grandmother?
I'm saying I'm happy dating Jolene.
Oh, okay.
I will never leave her.
Got it.
My grandmother has had a couch for 100 years.
Oh.
Yes, 100.
Got it. So,
I want to go shopping with Christopher because...
Yeah, he must be an expert.
I mean, a cashmere couch.
That's very expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I can't even imagine. It must be
Expensive, but
$20,000.
You may
eBay.
find deals on
Okay.
eBay. You may
eBay.
find the love of your life.
Well, if you find like a cashmere male couch, let me know.
So we just have like a dildo sticking out of the cushions or something. So
Some balls underneath the cushion there.
like those truck nuts hanging off the side of it.
Yes, what I want is a cashmere couch so I can have dildos spiking out from it at regular intervals.
Seems.
That's why I picked cashmere.
I would like to bring up, too, that anal play is not gay or straight.
Oh.
It has no sexuality.
I would
Just
agree with
throw
that.
out into the ether, cashmere couch ether.
Okay.
Just
But-
because I would like to bring up that
Yeah. Well, I
Jolene
mean,
and I have experimented with
Oh.
Ah,
play.
fun.
And I was nervous at first, but yes, she had talked me into it, and it was a boundary that was inflexible, but then became flexible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I hear that's how it goes.
I have to piggyback off that because, I mean, anal sex doesn't have to be for gay men. Dick doesn't like anal sex, and he is attracted to men, so...
Yeah,
he's the
I
same.
like faces.
Yeah.
I'm a face guy.
People are attracted to personalities.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Yeah, that's good.
No, I like people's personalities.
Yeah, those are fun.
Funny
But face
story,
is first.
Jolene's face
Yeah.
is her where you rest your arms. It's the arm rest.
The armrest.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Well, I think we're going to let you go now, and we hope you get some help.
Yeah, or just be sex positive and safe there, my friend. So, all right, Christopher, well, have a good night there. Thanks for
Good
calling
night.
in.
Remember to keep it safe, sane, and consensual.
consensual, yeah.
Good night.
So I want to point out the sane part of safe, sane, and consensual. So the sane part just means don't do anything that's sexual that will hurt your mental stability. It's not so much, you can say that somebody doesn't exactly, you don't agree, you don't think that's mentally sane for them to like that sort of thing. But it's the sane part of safe, sane, and consensual is more about you can't lock somebody in a cage for 3 days or for a week because that's going to really do something to their psyche, their mental psychological being. That's the sane part. So.
Right. Are you done mansplaining?
I am.
Okay.
Yep. And.
But if you feel like something's talking to you like an object, then I would say that's not very sane. And
No.
you should get some professional help for that.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Well, I found it interesting that he was so concerned about, other people sitting on her, but yet he bought her on eBay.
Yeah, lots of.
Pretty much implies that it
Oh,
had been
that
sat
couch
on
is
by
a
everybody.
whore.
Oh yeah.
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 That's been a couch that's gotten around town.
Yeah. You don't know where that couch has been.
No.
So, especially with cashmere couch.
Oof.
Man, I can't even imagine like sitting on a cashmere. That must feel amazing. I would just want to sit on that thing like naked all the time. Just having that cashmere on your balls and on your taint. Oh God. Have you felt cashmere? It is out of this
soft,
world.
yes.
It is very nice. But do we have another call coming in there, Bev?
Yes, we do. We have Nathan calling, and his wife wants to start bringing food into the bedroom.
Oh,
But he is not sure what to do.
interesting.
Hello, this is Talking Sex Live. Is this Nate?
Nathan?
It is. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
Hello, Nathan. So your wife's into food play, but you're not so much into it. Is that what's going on?
Well, it's just it came a little bit unexpected. We've been married for 2 years, happily married. Full disclosure, I'm 40 years old. She's 37, so she is a little bit of a younger woman.
Not too much. Not a big deal.
Oh, okay. But she seems just to be a little bit more adventurous in the bedroom than I am, and I didn't really expect that.
Okay, so
what's the problem?
what kind of food is she bringing in here?
Well, I just want to know, when you were 37, were you more adventurous?
Yeah, like 3 years ago.
3 long years ago.
I dated in high school, and then I did not date for a very long time.
Oh.
I don't want to say my wife's name on air for privacy, but
right.
when we met, it had been about 10 years for me since I'd been with a woman, and love at first sight. We got married. We got engaged 6 months after I met her. We got married 6 months after that.
Well,
so,
congrats.
thank you. Like I said, happily married. That said, there's just been some surprises.
Yeah.
I guess the biggest one came. I guess it was 3 weeks ago now. We'd been changing things up. We'd gone back and forth between, missionary and, even tried cowgirl.
Okay.
I was enjoying myself. I don't know about you guys, but I never really saw like a woman being on top of me, but it's kind of fun, right?
That is fun.
Kind of fun.
Yeah.
That said, like I said, I think it was 3 weeks ago. It was the end of June. She came to me and she said, "Can we start introducing some food into the bedroom?"
Yeah.
And I didn't quite know what she meant by it. I assumed she meant like bed and breakfast kind of thing, or breakfast in bed. So I did 2 days later, I waited for the weekend, made her a fancy breakfast, made her eggs Benedict, bacon, grits, the whole thing, brought it into her, and she thought it was sweet. But she then later told me that that's not what she meant by food in the bedroom.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yes.
She wanted you like eating food off of her while you're having sex. Is that what it is?
That's why I was calling in. I just wanted, I've done a little bit of research into it. We haven't tried it yet. There's a few things about it that just are really not appealing to me.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
I was going to say, you could start out slow. You could
Yeah.
bring like strawberries and whipped cream and just first feed each other that.
Yeah, whipped cream's super easy. You can, because you just put it where you want to lick it off. Put it on the nipples, put it on the clit, put it on the tip of your dick, and then you kind of just go wild. It does get sticky. You do have to clean up afterwards. But it also, anything that's like sugar-based or food-based that's on your penis, and you don't really want to get that inside of the vaginal canal because it can get infected. You can get a yeast infection. Yeah, it can be a little, it can hurt. UTI, you can get a UTI. But there's a whole like fetish of like, is it sploshing? I think it's sploshing.
Sploosing?
Sploosing?
Sploosing, I
Sploosing,
think?
yeah,
I think
where
it's
you
called
just
sploosing.
have, you coat the whole room in plastic, and then you bring out all this food like chocolate mousse and...
That's like the extreme.
That's extreme, though. You're just like caking yourself in food and just licking it off and fucking, but...
What a waste of mousse.
It's a waste of money for
Waste of
another
food,
thing,
too,
so... Yeah, waste of food is very
I'm-
expensive and hard to set up and hard to clean up too. Good God, I can't imagine the cleanup
I'm too
on
lazy for that.
Yeah, but you could also go ahead there, Nathan.
I'm really glad that you brought that up because that's what she wants.
Oh, she wants hold on splooshing. Interesting.
She showed me some videos and she wants it everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Well, when's her birthday coming up?
Yeah.
Why don't you do that for her birthday?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, go ahead.
I would like to, and again, I don't want to say her birthday on air.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't want anybody to identify her, but it is September. It's a
Okay.
September birthday.
Got time to prepare.
Here's the thing. I mean, I want to make her happy. She is the love of my life, but I shower before and after sex. I like the bedroom clean. I mean, I'm somebody that it's not uncommon that I wash the sheets after we have sex. I like
every time.
I mean, a lot.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
I mean,
we go a few
we probably have-
times before we wash them. But yeah, anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like the idea of it being a mess. And
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like saying this either. But again, you guys seem to be pretty understanding. But we've not had oral yet.
Oh.
And
Well, that would be kind of difficult with food.
Yeah,
I would
and-
start off with that. Just do some oral. With splooshing, you have to set the room. Unless you want to ruin everything in your bedroom or wherever you're having sex, and you really have to cover everything in plastic. That's the smart thing to do. And it
It's
doesn't.
a lot.
Yeah, you don't have to go with like chocolate mousse and spaghetti sauce and stuff.
No.
You could.
Maybe you could like meet her halfway, like get those. They have some nice hot tubs at hotel rooms, and you could like bring ice cream
Oh,
and
yeah.
whipped
We've
cream,
done
and
that
then you
several
just
times.
won't worry about the mess.
You turn yourself into a hot fudge sundae.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always super hot.
And then the
just go
cleanup will
into
be
the-
easy.
Yeah, and
Why
if
don't you bring some eggs and some cheese, and you can
Mm-hmm.
have like a hot tub omelet that you're just
Caesar
stuck.
salad there.
Yeah, some egg beaters, just pour it in, and as it percolates around in the hot water, you just get stuck in
it'll be like
in egg.
a shabu shabu.
What's a
just-
shabu shabu?
Shabu shabu is like a Japanese dish where you have a hot water boiling and they put in different food items and then you just eat it out of the water.
Yeah, well, you know what? You should do this because you have to get past your fear, and if you're like in a tub of cooked egg, you're gonna have to eat your way out.
But I mean, water's about 105 degrees. You can't really get much hotter than 105.
Yeah.
If it's like 107, then you're like it's a little much. And then I don't know if egg can cook at 107. I'm not too sure.
And you don't want to clog up the tub either
Yeah,
with certain
it's
food
true.
items.
Yeah.
It's a hotel.
I wouldn't recommend
I
that.
don't recommend that.
But you can also
Ice
start.
cream, whipped cream.
If you're not into sweets, you could do sushi. That is a common practice of just
Watch
putting.
out for the wasabi.
So yeah, well, you wouldn't put that near your vagina, but you just put sushi, like different raw fish, going down your partner's belly or on her back or on her butt, and then you just take some chopsticks and eat it off. I'm sure there's a term for that in Japan. I think it's a common practice. I'm not too sure. We haven't been to Japan yet. It's something that's on our bucket list, but you can try that out. 40th birthday of mine. Diane fulfilled one of my fantasies, and that was to put a hot dog bun around my penis, and she ate the hot dog bun off my dick with some ketchup and mustard on it. And it was weird because she blindfolded me, and I didn't know what she was doing because I always just talked about it. It was just more of a joke than anything else, but I was like, it is something that's kind of hot. And then I thought she put like a towel on it. Like, what the fuck is this? She took it off, and it was a hot dog bun, and then she was going to town on my dick with eating the hot dog bun off. It is difficult though, because you do have to use your teeth to take the hot dog bun off, but you don't want the teeth to touch the dick. So what are you gonna do?
Went into Bill Cosby.
Yeah. Nope, not doing Bill Cosby impression. Not doing that. But
where did Nathan go?
I don't know. He's just like, I'm bored.
Honestly, no. I appreciate the feedback. Honestly, I had to take a little bit of Pepto-Bismol just now.
Sorry,
Like,
Jake kept talking.
something about hearing all the different foods was literally making my stomach sick. You guys are right. I got to do something, but I got to start out like really simple. Like if you could pick one food that's like not that messy, what would you guys recommend? Like
Whipped
something
cream.
easy.
Whipped cream is the easiest, definitely. Especially, well, you got to be comfortable with oral, unless you just want to put it on nipples.
Like lube or there's sexual.
There's flavored lube.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that what you're saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's also like lube enhancement. You can put it on clits, and you can also put it on penises. Grapes.
You said not messy. Grapes.
That is not messy. That's correct.
Self-contained.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just feed each other grapes and then make out.
For me, that sounds more reasonable, and that sounds like something that I could do. I'm a bit concerned though that it's not going to be enough for her. I mean, based on the videos that she started showing me, like I think she has a huge appetite for this type of thing. And I feel like if I start with grapes, the next thing I know, we're going to have to cover the whole bedroom with plastic, like you guys are saying. I think this is what she wants. And I mean,
well, it's all
I'm
baby
committed
steps.
to her.
I was just gonna say.
Yeah, it's all baby steps. I mean, it's all the relationships. No matter what it is, it's always a compromise. Like, one person wants one thing, the other person wants something that's slightly different. And then you try to find ways in the middle, and then you try to compromise between the two, and then you work your way so that both people are happy with one thing or the other. So, if she wants to do foods play and you're not into it, just start off. But you've never done it. So at least give it a shot. We always
start
say,
off small.
Yeah, at least always give things 3 times before you can really make an educated decision on whether or not you like something. So you start off small. You can start with grapes. Try just doing oral. That is a good. Because a lot of food play has to do with oral or just kissing
even
bodies.
then, that's a little like much just beginning steps. Like,
yeah,
you could just do the neck and the breast.
Kiss things off. There are different spots of.
I'm just a little bit concerned. Like we tried it once, and when we say I tried it once, and for me it just didn't taste good. And
what doesn't taste good? What did you put on her?
Oral?
No, my I don't like to say. I mean, she's a delicious person, but it just didn't taste good for me. Like being down there and the smells and everything, and I just. Do you have any recommendation? Maybe food would make it better. I don't know.
For cunnilingus, well, I would suggest you different times of the month, your partner's vagina is going to taste, or vulva is going to taste a little differently. So I would suggest the first 2 weeks after her period, she'd probably taste a little bit better. But I eat Diane out any time of the month, even while she's menstruating. Just put a tampon up there, clean everything nice and well, and then you can go down there. It's not a big deal. But always bathe. Make sure say, baby, please, let's just take showers together, and then come out and make sure everything's scrubbed and clean. Then it should taste just fine.
Unless she's got an infection or something.
Yeah, some type of yeast infection, then it's not going to taste great. But.
And then the other concern I have is if my wife is eating food off of me, I'm a very hairy man. I have a lot of chest hair, a lot of stomach hair. She has talked about the whipped cream thing, like you guys said, or ice cream, and I'm concerned about it kind of getting stuck in the hair. Do you guys have any recommendations for that?
Put it on your dick.
Yeah, put on. Well, you can put it on your neck. Well, if your hair. Shave. That's a good one. Yeah, just try. Shaving with a razor, it does, you can get razor burn, and also you can break out in zits and stuff, and it's not fun. So, but there is a lot of different male body shavers on the market that don't actually give you a clean cut shave like your neck or your face. It just kind of, they're like razors, not like hair trimmers, but they don't actually like get a super close shave. You can just trim yourself. I did that today. I trimmed up my whole chest and stuff. And I cut myself a couple places, but that's what happens.
His dick is what he did.
Well, it's on my dick. That is correct. I got my razor a little too close to my dick, and I had to put some witch hazel on it. But anyway.
Could you do like a bib, or is she really turned on by the food on skin?
Oh yeah, that's another thing. You can try to put some plastic over, like a glass bottom boat, but just for food.
God.
I like, based on the videos that she showed me, I think like her dream would be like messy spaghetti everywhere, and like us rolling in the spaghetti, and like lots of sauce, and like covered head to toe in it, and then tasting it off of each other while making love.
I don't see the problem in that. But anyways, you got to go in basic building steps. Baby steps for that. Yeah. I would suggest just putting some nice marinara on your penis and then having her suck it off.
Don't get spicy stuff on
No, I will. Just like some basic marinara, or for some 4-cheese formaggio or something like that. But anyway,
grapes, like Dick said, is
wine,
wine,
some wine that you can just drink while you're eating.
What about like a can of SpaghettiOs, and then you could just kind of dip your dick in there so it wouldn't be as messy?
No. Well, pour it into a bowl first.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, because you don't want to cut yourself on the actual can.
Yeah, I've had some bad episodes with SpaghettiOs.
Oh, God, now I'm interested.
Some cheese, maybe.
Yeah.
Cheese
whiz.
Think I might take the charcuterie board approach.
Yeah, you can make your body a charcuterie board.
That's not a bad idea. I do make a mean charcuterie board.
Yeah. I mean, I don't feel there's anything wrong with putting a tablecloth over you. Maybe one of those bamboo cloths, just to make it look more like wood. And then
food on the bamboo cloth?
Well, because he was concerned about the hair getting in the actual food or getting his hair all sticky and whatnot. You could just put the cloth over it, or like one of those nice fancy cheesecloths that you can put over you, and then you can just start eating cheese and
the nice
grapes
fancy cheesecloth. That's a phrase that's never been said before.
Nice.
So was that a Crate and Barrel or something like that, or the Container Store?
Yeah,
I don't know.
The high-end trash bag.
I think my big takeaway is I think I want to start out with like dry foods, like grapes. Maybe work my way up to something like a hard cheese. I mean, cheeses do have oils, but like, start like, again, baby steps, and then maybe work our way up to a soft cheese.
Oh yeah,
or
like
a
cheese whiz.
salami.
Cheese whiz.
Or just pretend that your dick's a salami or a hot dog and put a hot dog bun over it.
Chet really likes those.
Ketchup and mustard. And
I think you got Chet wanting to do this today.
Yeah, we got to do it
It's
again.
not your birthday.
Oh yeah, it's just only on my birthday. But anyways, Nathan, I hope we helped you out there. Give you a lot of different options for some food play there.
I appreciate it big time. Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you for calling in.
Thank you, Chet and Diane.
Yeah, have a
No
good
problem.
night.
Good night.
Yeah. Bev, have you ever done food play?
My husband and I did try the whipped cream thing once, but it did not go well because our cat is actually really a fan of whipped cream. So whenever you hear that noise, he comes running.
Oh, crazy.
And so,
He wants to lick it right off you. And
it really ruined the mood.
Yeah, and there's nothing sexy about a sandpaper tongue licking your skin. Yeah. What do you say?
That's the thing. That's the thing that you're concerned about.
Well, just it's a cat and bestiality, of course.
Right. She's like, I'm putting whipped cream in some sexual areas, and the problem is the tongue feels like sandpaper. That's the problem that I'm trying to avoid.
No, I'm just saying that, like, if you start off easy, like on your neck or something like that.
Maybe you should stop talking.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Bah. No, don't have sex with animals, people, because it's not consensual with the animal, because they can't consent to anything, so you can't do it.
Yep.
But we do whipped cream all the time. It's something fun. Dick, you do a lot of oral. Do you ever bring into any
Food
type
fight
of
there?
food?
I mean, I'm a very vanilla guy, so I
A lot
started
of vanilla
off with,
ice cream.
with vanilla.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, there's a theme about it, but also vanilla tastes really good.
It does.
You can get some vanilla extract, just a little bit goes a long way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Just like the pure alcohol vanilla extract. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, the flavoring.
That's interesting. I never thought about that, actually putting the extract on. We just do whipped cream. We've done ice cream before.
It fell right off your dick.
Yeah, it doesn't stick on there.
No.
You forget that your dick is like 98.6 degrees, and you put it on there, and it's like, bloop. It just melts right off.
Yeah,
So
that's
Yeah,
It's
the only
a-
problem with the extract is that it's so powerful, like for 2 days, all your friends get hungry and they don't know why.
for
What smells so good? My dick.
God, I really want like one of those little French roll like sugar cookie things.
Yeah. What are they
Got something
Edamame.
better than that for
Yeah.
you.
Interesting. Yeah, well, I would. Food play is okay just as long as you don't get it in certain orifices that can cause an infection. And if your actual partner's okay with it, I would highly recommend it. It's fun. You can do some fun things with it. I would not recommend having sex with your couch. I would recommend finding a partner that you can enjoy your life with. But anyways, that is our show for tonight. Thank you very much, Dick and Beverly. It's always good having you guys on the show. Our AC just turned on, so that it's way too fucking hot in this living room, our comfy, cozy living room. But we're gonna take a couple months off, maybe a month or two, just because it's so damn hot, and we're gonna enjoy our summer. But we will be back soon. Thank you very much for listening. Please give this video a like, a podcast a follow, and all the fun things. Like us on Twitch and Instagram and all the social medias and TikToks and whatnot. We're going to end it there, folks. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Good night.